Hello everyone.
Good evening. Welcome to the press conference for Daniil Medvedev. Please raise your hand, state your name and organisation when asking your question. Daniil, semi-finals of Wimbledon. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. A bit tired for sure. Was a tough match, but happy to be in semis again. Tough opponent for me for sure. Just happy. It was a bit up and down match in a way from both sides. I don't know exactly what he had, but I could feel one moment that he was, down physically, and then he was less down. He started playing much better, and just happy to win.
David?
I don't know, at the back here. I noticed it seemed to me that you were standing closer to the baseline today than I have seen you in certain matches on grass in the past. Was that a specific tactic against Jannik? Is that something generally on grass you're trying to do?
No, I think that's something especially Wimbledon. Even in Halle I tried, but it's a bit tougher because there are many bad bounces. But I feel like during Wimbledon I try to do it. And then it comes to tactics, like when you play Struff. Yeah, when he serves 230, being close to the baseline maybe is not the best tactic. So it comes to the tactic, but in general, I try to be closer to the baseline. Then there is this limit where me with my technique, I cannot stand on the baseline itself. I still have to give myself space. And today, a lot of tactical things worked well, but then again, it comes to what I said before the match: serve important. Like many sets were decided by serves. That's cross-court tennis, and so it was something more about grass itself and something that we prepared for Jannik for sure also.
Valdo.
Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, strange match, because you lost the first set, you should have won it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think so the same, but it's okay, it happens.
Two forehands that were easy, for you, and you missed it. Then you win the third set, that he had set points and he didn't pass you. So how do you explain how do you explain these situations?
For me, this is tennis at its pure sport, pure game, where I do feel like first set I should have won or could have won, because, well, should have won is the wrong word because I lost it, but could have won for sure. Again, if I serve an ace on 6-5, if I serve closer to the line, and even the forehand, I had it, but I tried to go for it. I overcooked it, if we can say. And third set, for sure, the passing, I remember when I hit the shot, because it was an easy shot and he stayed there, I was like, I'm in trouble, and he missed it. I was like, okay, we go again, we try. And that's what tennis is about, in Australian Open, I think fourth set, I had a break point, and if I'm not mistaken, he made ace. He makes double fault, maybe I win Australian Open, never know. So that's why people love tennis. That's why people get crazy watching tennis, and that's why we tennis players sometimes get crazy playing tennis.
Amen.
Daniil, hi, over here. I have a feeling it has something to do with the rain on the outer courts, but I'm wondering why you think there might have been so many 5-set matches this Wimbledon. I think it's a record for the Open era.
True. Look, I have no idea. Maybe the level is closer than before. In my opinion, grass is always a surface where it's very tough to win, like straight 3 sets, like 4-4 and 4, because one break can decide the outcome of the set. You do one bad game on your serve, double fault, easy miss or something like this, and you can lose the set. So in my opinion, it's more about grass court tennis itself. I don't know. I have no answer. Sorry.
Daniil, Sport Arts. How much did you think about the Australian Open final going into this match, and even during the match? How much did it sit in your head playing Sinner today?
To be honest, more tactically, because I felt like in Australian Open I did a lot of good things. Tactically, I didn't manage to get it to the end, but I felt like I was playing well, and I tried to use it in Miami also. It didn't work. I think I went a little bit too much, and I tried to use it today. Mentally, it was a good match today because I actually didn't think about the match in Australia. Like, I was not before the 5th set, oh my God, it's again 5 sets. No, I was there to fight, to do my best. Was only thinking about it in a good way, like to prepare tactically.
Joe?
Daniil, I had a look at your 5-set record after the match. At the start of your career, you lost your first 6 5-set matches. You've now won the last 5 of 6. Why do you think there's been such a big change around with your 5-set record?
For me, I always said a lot of things in my life come with experience. So every time I do something for the first time, I'm super nervous. I can do it, but I'm super nervous. Like I don't know what to wait from it. And so it's the same with Grand Slams. I think first like 4 or 5 Grand Slams, I was almost every time losing first round, except here against Wawrinka. Masters 1000, I took a long time to win my first round in Masters 1000. It's the same about many things in my life. So I think it's the same. Every time I would play 5 sets, I would already work hard physically with my team, so I was ready. But a lot of times I would have the break and lose it. Now I'm okay with 5 sets. Like I know what I have to do, how to play them, and in a way, I don't think I'm better in 5 sets than 4, but I try to win them, and I'm happy that I managed to win a lot of them.
Helena?
Daniil, obviously a rematch of last year's semi-final next. What do you think you need to do differently to get a different outcome this time?
Just play better. It's always a question: did I serve not well enough, or have Carlos been amazing on the return this day and the 2 weeks last year because he won? I have to serve better. That's still the most important thing on grass. You serve aces, you serve on the line, you're less in trouble and you feel better, and that's where you can put pressure on his serve. Yeah, and then he's a tough player, he can hit strong, he can slice, he can drop shot, he can volley, he knows how to play tennis, and just need to be at my best, like how I've been today, and try to win.
Tumaini?
I don't know. Speaking of serving, you served 11 double faults today, but also thought you served pretty well in the important moments. Curious, how did you feel about your serve, and also in general? I know you mentioned a few months ago that you hadn't been able to practice serving. So how it feels in general?
Yeah, in general, as I said, like before Rome, I was injured with a adductor, so it's different, but I didn't practice. So after Rome, I said now I feel like I'm ready to do a lot of practice on my serve, and I was serving well in Roland Garros. I'm serving well here. I was even serving well in Halle. I feel like double fault was always a little bit my thing. Like even if I look back at like 2021 US Open, etc., I was still double faulting. Sometimes I go for it. Sometimes I don't, and I double fault, and it's okay. Like today, I felt first set tiebreak, yeah, for sure. The 2 double faults were tough. Both came after a tough point, so the brass was not there. Maybe I could have done a bit better, took more time. But in general, like after the match, I saw 11 double faults. I was surprised because I felt pretty good on my serve, and look, if I do 11 and I feel good, that's a good sign, because probably next match I'll try to do less.
Charlie?
I don't know, Glass. Firstly, how you found the conditions, and also just on Carlos, how hard is it when you have a huge win like today, you knock out the number 1 in the world, and then it's like, oh, next up I've got this other phenomenon I've got to play?
Yeah, it's never easy when you have like such an electric match, and whenever you play Sinner, Alcaraz, Djokovic, Zverev, Tsitsipas, it's always an electric match. But again, it's talking about experience. I have done it many times, and especially now it's 2 days off, so we're going to prepare well with the team. This should not be a problem. Conditions were not easy today because when the roof is closed, it's very humid. Like it's very, not even humid, but when you don't have much air. So in a way, at one point in the match, you feel like you lose concentration because it just gets to you, like this humidity, the sound of the rain, because you don't hear anymore the sound of your shots. It's like something is falling on your head constantly, so it's not easy. And it's not easy for both of us, so you try just to do your best.
Cedric?
Daniil, I'm curious to know how you process your loss to change the outcome of the next match. Today, I thought about what you did against Alcaraz last year. You lost here, and you had a masterpiece at the US Open. Recently, you lost. You had bad losses against Jannik, and you turned it around today. How do you process between 2 matches to change the outcome this way?
For me, what was important today is I lost 5 times to him. A lot of close matches, and the last one was super easy. Can happen, it's okay. For me, it was important to come out today and show that, look, we're going to play probably many more times. If we are both on tour, probably semis, quarters, finals, whatever. And for me, it was important to just show I'm always going to be there. I'm always going to fight. I'm always going to try to make your life difficult. Maybe you're going to win more. Maybe I'm going to win more. I don't know. But I'm going to fight. And even if like he won today, the goal was to show him that every time I'm going to be there to fight and to win. And today I managed to do it. Doesn't mean that next time it's going to be the same, but that's a little bit the attitude. That was the same with Carlos last year in US Open. That's going to be the same with Carlos in a couple of days. And to be honest, that's always my goal to know that whoever comes against me, they can win, they can lose. It's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a great match, great for fans, great for me, great for my opponent. Yeah.
Catherine?
Hi, Daniil. Kind of picking up on that, obviously lost the last 5 before today against Jannik and the last 5 against top 5 opponents.
True.
Given that, does today feel big for you in terms of sort of making a statement?
Now that you said it, yes, I did know I lost the last 5 against top 5 because I'm never scared to play them, you know. Yeah, I'm happy, you know. At one moment, I remember there was a big moment, so Rotterdam, and then I won 4 out of 5 tournaments. I got out of top 10, and I think there was something like I didn't win 10 matches against top 10 players, where, you know, all of them were different. Some I lost close ones, some I was not feeling good or whatever, etc. But I always knew that I have the tennis inside of me. And then I beat Felix, and someone told me the same, well, you haven't won a top 10 in 10 matches. I was like, that's terrible, but okay, now it's better. And then I won 6 in a row or something like this. So it's the same, you know. Sometimes it happens. Every match is a different story, and I'm happy that today I managed to do it. And in 2 days, I have another chance against top 5 player.
Daniil, Sebastian Varela, Clay. You have been very close to get your second Grand Slam, but you have experienced some painful defeats. What have you taken from those moments, and what do you think it can be different this time?
Yeah, look, I don't think about it too much for sure, you know, because for sure I would love to have, I don't know, 6 Grand Slams, 10, 26, whatever, more than Novak, but I always try my best. I know that against Rafa, I could have done some shots better and maybe won it. Against Jannik was tougher physically, so I'm a bit less sad about it in a way. But as I said, it's always better to be in the final than losing in the second round against Rustavori. I was in big trouble and I could have or should have lost the match, but I managed to win it and be in the final. I try my best. I fight my best. Hopefully I can win more Grand Slams. I believe in myself. I believe in my tennis. But for me, it's always important when I finish my career to have no regrets. That said, look, I did what I did. Whatever titles I have, whatever Grand Slams, now it's over. Now it's time for something new. I'm happy about my career, and for the moment, that's the case.
Willie?
Getting back to Carlos, in your mind, what is most special about him?
To be honest, everything, but I would think the easy power with which he hits the shots. Like even today against Tommy, I just saw a little bit the ending. And as soon as he had a shot where you could go for it, he went for it and he always put it in. So he was a little bit on fire. You could see it by the score. And that's where it's tough to play against him because you know that whatever shot you hit, he can hit a winner from there. So you try to make his life difficult. You try to hit the shot as good as you can. So maybe he goes for it and he cannot make it. But that's pretty special because there are not many players like this. A lot of players, you know, that if you play cross, there is less chances that he goes down the line winner, etc., etc. Carlos can do whatever from any position, and that's not easy to play against.
On a different note, Daniil, I saw this hilarious sketch with you and John McEnroe. You actually looked athletic in the 80s bowling. Did he give you any tips, bowling tips to you? Tell me some more about it.
No, there was no tips. It was a pure shooting, but it was very fun. It was very professional from the shooting company and from Pepperstone, because sometimes shooting can take a long time, like 10 hours for 1 minute advertisement or something. And this one we did it in I don't want to say first take, but it was very fast and it was super fun to work with John. And we could feel that it's going to be a super fun ad. And I hope we can do some more. John is a great guy. We don't know each other, too much, but we know each other a little. He's a great guy, very funny. At the same time, I feel like he has a lot of good thoughts in him. When he commentates, I love to listen to him, and yeah, just fun to be around him.
Okay, we're going to do a quick question in French.
Bonjour.
Merci.